Hello friends, we're at the Hobby Station Club on Statchek Avenue, where one of the biggest wargaming tournament in St. Petersburg is taking place. Strangely enough, it's not Warhammer players competing, but players of Star Wars Legion, a tabletop wargame based on Star Wars. There are 68 players at the Winter Open, competing to see who got the biggest blaster and who is the strongest with the Force. Legion is a classic miniatures war game where you build and customize a themed army and battle other players on Star Wars scenery tables. Usually there are about 40 models, from small infantry squads to vehicles and notable heroes.
Each year, the number of players from different parts of Russia continues to grow. At first, this was just a local tournament in St. Petersburg, with the same familiar faces participating each time. Every year, in addition to increasing the number of players, we are expanding our geographical reach, attracting people from various locations. I play the Confederacy of Independent Systems Army. I'm playing for Dooku, and I'm Dooku. That's it. I have spoken. Funny enough, I am the only one here in the tournament who took 2 repair droids, who, in principle, took repair droids at all on this event. I genuinely came here to unwind, socialize with others, and engage in captivating games. Every game I played was fun, all of them were delightful, and each and every opponent was really kind-hearted. I consider myself fortunate, perhaps because I approach it more casually. And every single game I've played has been enjoyable and relaxed.
Before the big event, you can practice in small tournaments or try the seasonal league. The judges and organizers will help you learn the rules, which are pretty simple.
This tournament turned out to be a bit better when compared to the past Legion tournaments. There's no success formula, but a few key points each player has to remember. Gentlemen, please read the missions carefully and think about how you will play them. There are many options to consider, though I think the game is just a bit more complex than chess.
I'm a new player. I started in summer and still enjoy it, though I only play Empire. The Empire isn't great nowadays, but I'm trying my best, and it's still fun. I think this is the best event in the country for Star Wars Legion. And, of course, thanks a lot to Phil and the organizers, the judges, and everyone who helps. This is great. It's very emotional.
I came to the Open for fun. I always play tournaments for fun. It's a great venue, very convenient, with 68 people. This level is just amazing.
Speaking of organizers, Philip Molodkovets has been running Legion tournaments in Russia for several years now, and he also is the author behind Roger blog. You might know him from Warhammer or Bolt Action events too.
I began my path in wargaming with a skirmish that resembles a tabletop game called X-Wing. It is rather simple and small in scale, but it is themed around Star Wars. I got into it for a while, I was really interested, but then it started to get boring. And a friend of mine decided to show me a demo of a new game about Star Wars called Legion. He demoed it for me and beat me badly, but I enjoyed it. This was a big war game with lots of miniatures, and you had to create an entire army. I really got hooked, but the problem was that there weren't many players. I created my first blog in my life, and I started writing articles about the game, trying to make it more popular, including guides and shopping tips for people, which generally went well. We made tutorials and held newbie days to attract players from other games like X-Wing and Warhammer. At some point, people began to amass large armies, and we started to organize full-fledged tournaments. At one point, I noticed that Warhammer had 2-day big tournaments, while Legion did not. So, I believe it was 2021 when we decided to host the first 2-day tournament. Since I was interested in tennis, I decided to call it Open. I was just a name, really. All our tournaments are open. Essentially, anyone can join any tournament. It was well received, and we started organizing open tournaments in 2022 as well. I can't recall how many participants we had, but it was even more successful. Then, in 2023, I figured I had too much spare time, so I decided to run 2 open tournaments, one in summer and one in winter. People from various communities began to gather, arriving from different cities. Consequently, everything grew larger and larger. Now, in the year 25, we have an open event with 68 people.
The players are not competing only for the sake of competing. This year, tournament budget went over the $1,000. A large portion of that went into the prize fund. There are tons of prizes to be won. You can see an almost real lightsaber, miniatures, and certificates from various partners. Winners and regular participants alike will receive awards. Few will leave without prizes or souvenirs. I play the Imperial list, 12 activations, and I've assembled a large and diverse roster where each unit is unique and rarely repeated. The idea was to leave the opponent puzzled. I'm here for the second year, and it's all great. The organization keeps getting better. There are increasingly more players from various cities. The skill level of players is growing. The Open is improving year by year.
In terms of the team and its structure, I've never worked on this alone, since even when I was just starting to get into the Legion, I was already working with Valera Golubev. He is a real veteran of Star Wars games in St. Petersburg, having started with games from an era so ancient that I never got to experience them. He has a lot going on, including family and personal life, so he gave me the Legion tournament stuff almost entirely, and I took care of it. I have several people who help me, and this team has become quite regular. The most pleasant aspect is that individuals come from other cities to lend a hand. In simpler terms, we have 14 cities, if I'm correct, taking part in this tournament, and from 4 of them, I believe, the attendees come to work as field judges and help with the tournament in other ways. This ensures the judge team is diverse and represents various communities, which makes it less biased. They help with the construction, so on Friday we all work together to build everything. Then there is also prize support. Aside from the contributions and community donations, it's important to note that we managed to find several partners. There are companies and studios that I won't directly advertise, but they are all mentioned in the blog, and we are grateful to everyone who provides various prizes, either for free or at a significant discount. This allows us to hold a very enjoyable tournament, where there is not just a trophy for the first place, but a large pool of prizes in various categories. And, well, not a large part, but a significant portion of the people who come to the Open will leave with something cool in their backpacks. In addition to the great gaming experiences, it turns into a club of like-minded people, a social group that regularly attends events, where you can always enjoy a beer, a dinner, and a good conversation together and play video games. Essentially, this is a hobby that provides a great deal in many areas of life. It's fantastic.
At the Open, there are not only competitive players. Some come to enjoy the friendly atmosphere, while others showcase their armies. A painting contest with its own prize fund is held at the Open, judged by professional and experienced painters. Notably, having a painted army is a requirement for participation.
This year, the painting quality has improved a lot, with 5 new categories added. It's fantastic. I am participating in a painting contest with my vehicles, and there's our Imperial speeder bikes. The most interesting part is that the base of these bikes. It is produced by one of my very good friends, so if I win, I will share the victory with him.
In fact, we pay attention to a large number of things. This can again be the overall precision of the painting, how the idea is executed, and how well the colors match.
For beginners who actually want to succeed in painting, I would recommend the Games Workshop videos. They help a lot in getting the hang of it.
Yes to everyone, be creative and don't fixate on the label that says it's a paint from Games Workshop. Just take the paint if it matches in color. Everything will turn out great then.
I think Warhammer is simpler because all models generally adhere to the same rules, while Legion has more variety, including special characters that can issue orders. I'm accustomed to this idea. I play Imperial Guard in Warhammer, where I have orders, and there are orders here as well. However, Legion has more special rules, making it harder to memorize, especially the extra cards and upgrades. You need to memorize more. Warhammer has fewer special rules.
For newcomers, I suggest joining the open chat called Roger Legion. You can find people from all cities there, so you can connect with a local community for training. The game is worth trying, but it may not be for everyone. It's a well-liked game, but there are many options, and it might not be the best fit for you. Play the demo, and people in the chat will help you to find models, purchase them, and paint them. Pick an army that you like in spirit, from the narrative point of view. Avoid obsessing over which army has the highest win rate right now, as even in Legion, where balance updates are not very frequent, they do occur regularly, and the metagame shifts. Even if your army is falling behind at the moment, it has a strong possibility of being back in the lead in 6 months' time. In general, you should play with what you visually enjoy and feel connected to, have fun, and understand that this is an eternal wheel of life and balance where everything changes. This is a war game. It lives its own life.
In my opinion, with the exception of perhaps one other person, Philip is the best organizer in the city, if not in the country. With a reduced emphasis on hardcore competitive play, people mainly come to enjoy themselves and have a chance to play with different opponents. An atmosphere of strong male camaraderie, you know, or a gym dressing room.
At the end of 2 days and 6 tournament rounds, we need to announce the winner.
St. Petersburg Winter Open that gathered 68 participants from 14 Russian cities is now officially closed. Hooray! You can't do this event without a team, and it happened thanks to all these people, the judges and the sponsors. Let's applaud everyone involved. In third place, with 5 victories, is Zhenya Medvedev, also known as Dotsfam. Second place goes to Sweet Pie, with 5 wins. I saw the finals. It was very challenging and incredibly exciting. The winner of our tournament is Alex Bednyakov.
It has been a long journey. Several tournaments, second and third places, and now I have finally achieved first place.
A well-deserved victory. Hooray!
Of course, while forming the roster and preparing for the tournament, I wanted to win. There were many strong players, and it was difficult to determine which roster would be the strongest. To win, you must clearly understand your own abilities and those of your opponent. I also checked out various English podcasts and some international tournaments. They have broadcasts sometimes. I would love for our tournaments to have broadcasts someday, as it would greatly help new players.
You are incredibly cool, guys. Thanks, Ye.